Welcome to part 6 of my little Stationeers tutorial total beginner playthrough thingy. I did some work between videos. What I did is our original cooling thing here was not really being utilized properly. There was not much pressure going on in there, and now I have changed the code in the computer so that this device, which pumps the pipe empty so that the cool stuff comes back into the room, you have just seen that, will not turn on except if the pressure is desirable. Okay, let's say this thing is off, so we're not currently cooling. Then the target pressure will be 0, and this guy will try to achieve that. But if this thing is on, then the target pressure is between 4 and 8. Well, let's say when it's above 4, then it will turn on. Or was it above 7? Something like that. And it might actually happen that this thing fills with more gas over time, if this thing has been cooling for a long time. And then if the pressure here gets too high, this one turns off. So this one has some opportunity to balance it out. And I think the cooling's a bit stronger now. Double, maybe 3 times. I'm not sure, it's hard to gauge. I also cleaned up so that we have some more freedom when it comes to programming. Here we can see this blue thing now has the climate control code, including the heating. The red one has light, power and arc furnace control, and this one is completely unused. So, what else is new? The Kaklak is not yet solved, this thing here. Added 2 more batteries, which are still all completely full, because I also added 2 more solar panels. And, I went mining, which is why we have this new locker here with the Atmos analyzer. Oopsie. Well, I just went mining, I just returned. And so let's do something that we want to do after mining now. When I mine 2 big loads. I already kind of showed that in the previous video or talked about it. Only now it's more cool. Before the previous video, I had mined a lot and smelted it, and then we had lots of ingots down there. And between videos, then I stacked them together with that stacker, so that they are 500 size, so that we have everything nicely compact in our storage. I mean, imagine if this would be a copper stack. This is like 10 copper stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This whole array here, that's 9 coal, and all of these would now become 1. Except I cannot stack coal because you cannot smelt it. However, you can do that because you can actually create what's the thing? Hydrocarbon? Yeah, solid fuel, this stuff. And if you stick that in your solid fuel generator, the thing that you get with your lander where you usually have coal, this will burn much more slowly. Even though it's the same thing. You take 1 stack of coal and it transforms into this thing. It's still 1 stack. 50 becomes 50. But you have to do something. You can see here, advanced furnace or simple furnace, you need volatiles and hydrocarbon. And here it says, requires a pure gas mixture of only the listed types. So one might think that you can just, that you can just take the standard furnace here and make it hot enough, and then you throw some coal in here, and then if there's some overweight here of volatiles, then the overall thing will result in such a brick. But that's not the case. You have to have a pure gas mixture. By the way, when I said stacking all these things, between videos just now, I added this stacker, so my 500 stacking is now happening right up here. So what comes down there is already 500. And as soon as I change my stuff here, when I no longer have any iron to toss in there, but copper maybe, then of course this will chunk out whatever was in there, like 350 iron, and then it starts stacking copper. So to make these bricks, you need pure gas, so I would need a furnace that has a lot of volatiles in it and is really hot. How do you do that? You can't do that, because if you have, if you want to heat up the volatiles in here by burning stuff, then you will get stuff that is not just volatile gas. You will also have some other things. So what I did is, in between videos, I added a pipe here from the exhaust pipe that goes over here into a filtration unit, which has a volatiles filter. Everything that comes out here is not volatiles, and everything that goes through here goes into the input of this other furnace will be pure volatiles. And then I stuff some coal in there, and then it still doesn't work. Why not? Because the coal, like all other ore that you mine from the planet, is not yet degassed. It didn't come from a deep miner and went through a centrifuge, but you mined it yourself, and so it's not degassed. It has some stuff in it. Let's see, coal. What does it have? Ore, coal. When you get that, there will be 3 pollutant and 10 carbon dioxide. So what you get in here is not a pure mixture. So what you have to do is you have to degas it. But that's not so complicated, because all you have to do is toss it in a furnace that is hot, and then will come out here on the other side. They will still look the same. It won't say degassed or something, but then it is degassed. I have tested this without and with. The difference is it either works or it doesn't. So yeah, that's the way to go. So then I stuff this degassed 50 stack of coal in there when there's already 950k or hotter volatiles in there, and out comes the brick. So we'll do that now. But first I'm gonna smelt my stuff that I just mined. Save. Close. Oh, it's already warm enough for that to smelt in my hand. To melt in my hand. That's annoying. So, burn please. Now I also want to make some steel while I'm here. I see I don't have too much coal, so yeah, that doesn't fly. Let me just make 1 stack of steel gas. You know, it's 3 iron and 1 hydrocarbon. Here it's saying hydrocarbon. That's also the name of the stuff here. So you might think that's the same, but for some reason the names are kind of overlapping. That's not the same. So you can put that hydrocarbon stuff in here, or you could put coal in here, which is basically hydrocarbon. What's happening? Yeah. I guess I did a dummy. Yeah, that was stupid. So now you can see how it was for demonstration purposes, all intentional, haha. When you fuck up the mixture, you can just go here and take the things that were excreted and reuse them. Stick them in again, see to that everything is alright, and then it'll work. I hope there's nothing left in this stacker, that would suck now. More than this thing, which is why this would suck more, because this thing is slow. I wish I had already changed the airlock for stronger vents, but you know. Okay, there's nothing here. How hot is it? It's hot enough. Let's just stick them in. Is what she said. And then observe what mixture emerges. You can see here that it counts up oddly. Yeah, no wonder these stacks they had some odd stuff in them. But overall it should come out precisely to whatever I put in there. Haha, okay, I guess I have to put in more iron. Wait, 200 iron. There's too much iron in there, shit. I don't know how this happened. So let's just get some coal and solve that. And we also have some stuff to make the hydrocarbon. Which then, as a stack, can go up to 500, so that would make sense. And we have some room here. No! I just literally drag that with my hand into my hands. You will notice these numbers here, .000, which suggests that there's some floating point shenanigans going on there. You know that computers are not magical, they're using ones and zeros in there, it's binary, and then we use that stuff to depict decimal numbers, but even that is not so relevant. Decimal numbers themselves are not magical, except in reality. I mean, we are trying to show actual values with them, for example, the value of pi, but they're not suitable for that, so we have to kind of fuff around with that. That was again wrong, but let's just put 450 iron in there then. It's not a problem. Might get too cold though. Yeah, we have to heat that up a bit more, because you need 900 to get to the right temperature for steel, 900 or more. So how are we looking? One more iron, please. And then this thing should be green and should say we're producing this and this amount of steel. Yep. 500 grams of steel and 100 grams of steel. Okay, now it's time to just shit stuff in there. But I should try to stay consistent. Let's use... or should we make more steel? And now let's make iron. See, the thing is still open, so whatever goes in there will be converted right away. Tossing out the steel, and now iron is being stacked up in there. I actually might not be able to do the hydrocarbon thing now, because I think we would have to have a less full furnace, but we'll see. Time will tell. Any more iron here? No. No and no. Okay, then it's time to do something else. More gold, yes. Oh. Yeah, and tossing all that stuff in there cools it down. That's a problem. Maybe I should already open it. The pressure is getting too high. This is very slow. No, there's more gold to put in there. Now we're going gold. No? What? Oh. More heat, please. If I would have used windowed chutes here, then this stuff would melt before it actually arrives on the inside. Oh, the pressure is decreasing. Very well, very well. Yeah, pressure is rather low. Good. More stuff. More gold. It's already doing gold. Yeah, let's add more gold. Oh yeah. And next up is copper. I already thought about making this input stack a bit longer, because very often I do run into its limitations, but this has a downside. If I realize that things are getting too cold, then then I might not be able to heat it up again in time, so I'd rather not do it. That's what she said. And those small thingies down there are almost all 500. Yes, and at some point I will have so much of that stuff that I will just take a 500 stack of copper whenever I run out of copper and stick it in there or wherever, and then I'll be good for a while. And I will do that with all the stuff. See, that's again, like I said in the first episode, this soft leveling up that you experience in this game. Getting a bit cold. Pressure is also getting a bit high. Oh, decreasing fast. Unexpected. Ah, shit. Okay, this stuff needs quite high temperatures to melt, and we don't have that anymore. Well. Of course, the advanced furnace is more fun to work with, because you can just fuel in the gas as needed, and if there's too much pressure in there, you just fuel out the gas as needed. Just push a button, it comes out fast. Silicon. Ore. Huh. Well, since that is the case, I'll just go down and fetch that other stuff. And some iron is loose. $84, 500, what, 200, 500, 100, 100, 500. Yeah, the pressure is, temperature is high enough. Silicon, so let's put that stuff in there then.
Hydration critical.
This might actually heat up the furnace further, because there's some nitrous oxide in there. Nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide in combination with volatiles is the most potent fuel of the two fuels there are. Well, to do the hydrocarbon stuff, I would have to pipe these through the thing entirely. And I will have to do this then. Okay. Okay, that was an accident, but I'm not unhappy. Why is this so slow? What's it doing? Ah, it needs to process the hydrocarbon regardless. Ah, yeah. I thought it was just like tossed through or whatever. So all the coal fell down there, I guess? No, it's still processing. Ah, that's why the pressure is not falling, because it's still increasing from the gases being put in there from the coal. Ah, great. Still, more and more CO2. There's lots of N2O in there. If I just add some volatiles now, this thing will probably get very hot. And hot is good, but the pressure is too high. Okay, we're not dead, and mission accomplished so far, which is press F5. Dude, what the fuck? Still one of them got through? What heat do these things take? Or is it maybe from earlier? How hot does this stuff have to be? Right, stupid. This one. It takes 900. I definitely had 900, man. I don't get it. Whatever. So... this is of course very tedious, but it's the first time that I do this, and later I might find ways to streamline this. Like I did in so many other cases. Yeah, why not? Oh yeah, by the way, this is Fern. Here we have a recipe in our chemistry station. I clicked here with 1 silver ingot, but pure silver would also have done it. It was rather an accident that I had smelted everything already. Clicked here once and that even worked, so there's 1 gram of silver in here, and there's 1 gram of cobalt in here. And when I now add this, it says will produce pill medical. And if I click, this will add 1 unit of Fern and ruin my recipe. Right. Aha! So we already have a pill here, and guess what? They stack. So we can now put pills in every room. Silver ingot. Cobalt. Okay, ready for the next batch. Let's go. Oh, okay, pressure is very low. My precious pressure. So goal now here is to make this thing very hot and see to that we get some too many volatiles in there, basically. Should still be burning, I guess. Yep, needle is raising rather quickly. Let's first complete this stuff. Excuse me? I'm confused. What's happening? Oh, still? Oh, okay. Why wasn't that done together? Oh, because... Oh, man. Yeah, what's in there now? Probably some volatiles leftovers, yeah, but I'd like to have more. And that's not a problem, really, because as long as there's no burning counterpart, I can stuff in an entire stack of volatiles. I don't know if they might expand, since it is gas and the stuff in there is very hot, to a too large volume. That's a different story, but it wouldn't burn. I can close it, can keep it open, doesn't really matter. Temperature is decreasing. I am not a fan of that, so I need it really hot, because the recipe calls for 950 Kelvin, which we now have, obviously, but I mean, there's still a pipe in between, and so let's pump that stuff over into our nice filtration thingy and into the other furnace. Aha, here's the other furnace. It's very cold still, but the pressure is very low. I mean, this will soon get hotter. I don't know why the temperature is decreasing, actually. I mean, it's decreasing strongly. And this thing is closed, so it can't escape. Temperature is good. More volatiles in there. Yeah, that's... The pressure is decreasing slowly. You have to be careful. Okay, that seemed harmless. We should now have here... Yes, 700 Celsius. I think what we have here is already sufficient. We have over 1000 Kelvin. And there is some pure volatiles in there. That was the recipe. Hot, volatiles, and nothing but that. So, let's see what happens. It's not green. I wonder what this means. Temperature. Why doesn't it... Oh, I guess the pressure has to be higher. Pressure 100 kilopascals or more. What do we have? We have 100 kilopascals or more. What's the reason that this doesn't work? Oh, there it is. I don't know why it didn't work the first time, but now we have a brick. And I want more. Maybe we can just toss them all in at the same time. Man, I there should have to be another stack here. It's getting colder. Okay, this doesn't fly. I need more heat. Temperature in here is good, but I guess all the volatiles, no. Why is this not working? What we have here is over 1000 Kelvin. Why is this cooling down so much? Over 1000, over 1000, but in there is 600 Celsius. What is happening? Why is this thing so cold? I don't get it. We need more heat. This thing needs to be hotter. Let's make it hotter then. What's the recipe here? What's the trick, man? Pump is on. Volatiles filter is good. Stuff is getting through, obviously. It's getting hotter and hotter. But the furnace is like, nah, I'm not gonna have any of it. What's the reason, man? What's going on? Why is it not getting hotter? It's just cooling down. It doesn't make sense at all. Maybe the pressure of the stuff that's coming in is not high enough so that the hot gas is actually not going in there. Of course, there should be convection between the gases, but I guess if I do this, I will observe that magically the furnace actually gets hotter instead of colder at some point. No, it's not happening. I don't understand. Why is it not getting hotter? Doesn't make sense. Seriously, we have 1.8 kilokelvin, almost 2000 Kelvin in here. And this filtration unit is sucking from just that pipe, 1500 Celsius. And is filtering out the volatiles. And this is the end point of that pipe. And is still at 1600 Celsius. Pure volatiles. They go to the input of the furnace. The furnace is at 400 Celsius and falling. And also, why is there other stuff in there? What's happening? I don't get it, man. So let's open that thing, maybe it helps. Yeah, thank you. Apparently this stuff is really hard to produce. But why is the furnace behaving so stupidly? 700 kilopascals? 600, okay. I guess the pressure is just too low, I guess. Whatever. Hey, dude, I need you. Go in there. Pressure is increasing. Temperature is increasing. We need more pressure. Man, I don't have any volatiles on me anymore. That's hilarious. Cost a lot of volatile. I don't have the flow yet. There will be some better answers somewhere. I think we're almost where we need to be. Needs to be 950. Let's make that thing a bit hotter. Dude, now? I'm busy with shit. High pressure, temperature nice, could be enough. Ah, fuck me sideways. Kidding me. That has to happen now, all of that. So, temperature is high enough, and it is still pure volatiles. Theoretically, we would now get something proper. Let's see if we do. We do. Okay, well, so what happens if I stuff in 2 of these? Will I then get a 100? Wait, where's the block I had before? I cannot stack them manually, but I can make a 100 stack instantaneously.
Jetpack low.
Yeah. Oh, come on, what's happening? Why doesn't this fucking work? Is that something to the recipe? No. Wait, that's wrong. Hydrocarbon. 1 volatiles, 1 hydrocarbon. Okay, maybe the relationship is... of course, that will be consumed. The hydrocarbon, the volatiles, they will be consumed by the process, and maybe there's just not enough volatile in there still. Well, 700 mole is a lot, man. Temperature is also good. What's going on? Maybe the recipe is somehow buggy and you need to indeed toss in maximum 1 stack or something? No, that's not what it is. But I don't get it. 950k. 1 megapascal. 6 megapascal? Which is still alright. And 950. We have that. So, the game must be bugged. Or maybe there's some kind of rounding error-ish stuff in there. I mean, we saw that flickering in the analyzer. Oh, now there's other stuff in there. Ah, maybe I somehow grabbed a stack of coal that wasn't yet degassed. So the whole operation has to abort at this point. Fuck. Okay. That's what it is then. But we have seen how that kinda works. And that's what's important. Let's stack this then. Wait, didn't I have a third one? Okay, 100 hydrocarbon. And that's how this can be done theoretically. I will just degas all of these again, just to be sure. And then everything coal in that locker will be degassed. Let's make that the rule. Ah, crap. Shouldn't there be coal here? Lots of it? That thing off? It's on. What is... Ah, man. I should be better at this. What? Oh. When I went mining, I actually used the tracker here, put a large battery in there and was out for 20 minutes maybe, came back, it was at 97%. So when you have a large battery in here, you will be safe. Even a small one will do in most cases. But I wanted to instead use the one that eats 300 watts, because then I can control it with logic, and so I can program it to turn on automatically when I leave the station. Gold. Do we have gold? Maybe I should clean up first. I also printed a few things. For example, the centrifuge. And the water the water purifier we already printed in episode 1, stupidly. It needs charcoal to purify water. And charcoal can be made by taking biomass and I think burning it? I'm not sure. But first I need biomass. So how does this work? Is made by using biomass, which looks like this. And that you get from centrifuging. Yeah, I just stuffed a few potatoes in the shredder, and that is part of this reagent mix. That's why we have the centrifuge here. What? Yeah. Question, is this substack? I mean, we stacked up there. Okay, as compressed as it gets. 500 grams of... Wait a minute. We can compress this further. And I realize a workflow could emerge here that could be kind of automated. I don't know how to store these in an automated fashion, but at least this kind of toss in and it stacks kind of thing. Shoot here. There's no room. Silver. Man, the placement is really dumb. Certainly, we are not short on silver. $500 grams of steel and 380 grams of steel. Living large. Iron, we have enough. Interesting. We have 3 full stacks of copper. So next time a machine needs copper, I can just toss in one of the big ones here and not bother. Somehow gold is still rare. Yeah, quasi-rare. And silicon is also not as abundant as I would have thought. So, what's next on the agenda? Let's see. Hydrocarbon bricks, we did that. The beacon needed some gold. Come on. And solder. Don't have too much solder. Oh, need to make more solder. What? Beacon. Yeah, good thing the beacon can also be placed in the ceiling, so it's not so burdensome to deal with. This might be good placement. Here maybe. There's already so much stuff here in the ceiling.
Suit damage.
Okay. Man, already 41% damage on that thing. Why don't I put that right in the corner? No, I want to be able to access this still. Will I ever need those small batteries again? Let's just shred them. Though I've heard that someone actually made good use of them. That was a balancing issue, I think. Don't remember exactly what they did. There's a heavy cable? Gloriously misplaced. Misplaced, literally. Over here then, maybe. And that's what the meson scanner is good for. You can see all the cables, all the pipes beyond and inside the walls. Good stuff. I can't make it yet because I don't yet have an advanced furnace. Of course I could have pushed for one, but why? Where's the fun in that? It was deliberate. No. Okay, can I turn this then on automatically? I want to use as the trigger my distance from the station. So let's use a proximity sensor. And put it here where it's kind of in the middle of what we have constructed so far station-wise. What am I doing? Since... No. Now we have to choose the right chip. Define. I guess this. How many beacons will I have? Only one, so I actually don't even need this at all. This turns the beacon on unconditionally. Maybe. It does. So what's with the proximity sensor? Structure proximity sensor. Okay. I hate that the scroll wheel is so slow, and that even today the developers have not gotten around just adding a multiplayer of 2 or 4 or something to it. That to me really strikes me to be a 5-minute fix that would make everybody a lot more happy, but whatever. I've given up. So, load badge named. Class sense proxy instance prox. Well, first I want to set it to the right distance, which is setting, I guess. Let's say 5 for an initial test. And what values does it have? Activate? I guess activate. Yeah. If the sensor is activated, no. If I'm close, I want the beacon to be off. So, the opposite. So we have to invert the bit. This takes R0, and if it is not equal to 0... Okay, if it is equal to 0, so this thing is 0, then this results in a logical 1, which will then be written here. So we have inverted it. Yep. Huh? What? What? Huh? I mean, I'm glad to see that it's working, I just don't understand why. So I'm now within the realm, the reach. Oh, okay, I thought the number would mean something much closer. Alright. Well, then let's set it to 50 and be done with it. If I'm far away, this thing will turn on. So I should always keep this thing, the tracker, on me, because I might forget it otherwise. That's that. What else? Yeah, then I had a nice idea for a heater. I mean...
Oxygen low.
What's happening? Alright, this thing is filling itself with half the small room's pressure for this large cooling assembly, so there's some pressure in there. So this cooling is basically stupid. What we would need, I mean, the AC is rather cool. The AC does it in a cool way.
Power low. Oxygen low.
Here, the AC is still running, and I turned off the active vent down here. For those who haven't followed it, this is just a pipe. And here's a back pressure regulator, which makes sure that the pressure in here doesn't get too low. Where is it? 40 megapascals is the setting. And whatever's in there comes from the room. Now, if I pump the room in there, there will always be that pressure in there. But, I mean, there will be higher pressure because this thing goes up to 50 in the pipe. See here? 50, yes. But it stays at 40 because we have this. So there's always going to be fresh air from the room in there at that pressure. And here it goes to some insulated pipes outside, and there is, you can see that here, not the one in front, but the principle is the same in the back. That will then leak anything that's liquid from there into the Martian atmosphere. And what would become liquid is pollution and N2O. So if there's any pollutant in here, that would be slowly drained to the Martian atmosphere by this assembly. And has already. This is not theory, this has happened. So here's our coolant pipe, which is at cooling down because the planet is. Let's cool the room down to 10 degrees. Oh, nothing's happening? Yes, something's happening. It's definitely faster than the other room, huh? The other room, it was tenth, no, 100ths. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, would take about 6 seconds for 1/10 of a degree. And here we can see that we have 1/10 of a degree about every second. And that's only a passive vent. I'm not even pumping the air into that thing with force. It's just, you know. And this then therefore gets hot because that thermal energy has to go somewhere. But let's return to, you can see here, it was already 15 degrees, now it's 20 again. So the AC is very powerful. The AC is basically the way to go if you want to cool something down. Now that I have this assembly here, I could increase its size and just use other rooms of the station and just run it with the same coolant waste gas pipe. Why not? Though at some point I might have 5 rooms which want to cool at the same time from some high temperature, then this might get overloaded and all rooms get hotter, and in some rooms that might be critical. So I guess if you really want to do some space shit, you should compartmentalize, which so far I haven't done much. Temperature is fine already. And I think that's faster. That was faster than before, huh? Oh, why is this thing not running? Heh. I have to check later in the video. Wasn't this thing off right now? Whatever. So we can put up the centrifuge in the next room. I think we should do so because going through all that stuff will take some time. Steel sheets. Why did this just fall to the ground? So once the reagent mix processing is at 100%, the 48 written here will reduce to 47, 46, 45, and so forth and so on. This will now be faster and faster as this thing spins up, but of course it has a maximum speed. There's another centrifuge type in the game which is much faster, and it is combustion driven. It's called the combustion centrifuge. Not very easy to operate, but it's okay. And you need gas for that, fuel gas. I don't yet have fuel gas production, and as we have seen, my nitrogen is also not the highest it could be. Maybe we should work on that and just make a small, simple refueling station for that quickly. I thought there would be more nitrogen in here. Nope. I don't have too much of that stuff, do I? Yeah, I ran through that rather quickly with my experiments just there. To get more of that stuff. Oxide. This gives me lots of more nitrogen and more pressure overall and cools everything down, and the AC will heat it up accordingly, and over here that guy should kick in. Come on, where are we? Yep, and also heat the room. And that thing is not very effective, I guess. I haven't yet compared it really with the AC, but the AC is quite powerful, really quite powerful machine. And how much electricity is currently drawing? We are at 600, wait, yeah, I guess that is flaring up when the AC is kicking in. I'm not sure. Hard to say. Well, let's see. 180, 525, yep. Did we process some? Yeah, you can see now we get 2.2 grams of iron, some gold. I think if I open this now, it might empty this thing entirely except for what's being processed. That will stay in there and keep processing. And then the rounding error will lead to the loss of materials. Or will there be 0.7 iron left in there? I am not sure. But I'm pretty sure that if we empty the manufactories, then those will indeed be empty. So there we get the rounding error material loss. I have seen that earlier. Yesterday or so. Oh, biomass. Yes, something to get some nitrogen in a bottle. Kit atmospherics. Afterwards we need pipe utilities for the canister holder. Some pipes. We have so much iron. 500, 500, 500 and 450. Fuck it. Let's live rich. Then we need a pipe cowl to unleash whatever we didn't pump into our canister back into the room. And I bet I forgot something. I just don't know what that is. These doors should be automated in case there's some emergency. I haven't done that yet. The placement is awkward. Wrong, I once again made an air conditioner. That happens so easily. Filtration, come on. Ah yeah, they said they had fixed that, and they have. Which was that the two sounds were interrupting each other. I don't know if they did that because of my report of that, but I reported that too. Wait, that's wrong. Yes, I forgot the nitrogen filter. Can't put the the thing right down here, because then it will tell you. Oh, you can? I think it would tell you that the output is blocked. I wonder. I want to see. I usually use these floor coverings, and they consist of this stuff. What would happen if I put this here? Oh, it's still not complaining? Okay, how about this then? Okay, now you can't see anything. But I'm not gonna risk it. This must function. And here I want my canister holder. Oh, well done. Oh, almost well done. And now it gets loud. Okay, I forgot the input. There's my annoyance program once more, telling me things that I know. So, same thing here, or maybe I should just use passive vents. A passive vent would also have done the trick. Passive vent here, passive vent there, problem solved. No pipe cords necessary. Yeah, let's do that. It's just neater. Fits the room. The passive vents tie the room together. Oh, how fortunate. Doesn't matter which one that is, which slot, doesn't matter. Done.
Jetpack critical.
Of course, there's no protection here yet. I could put a chip in here and tell the device to stop pumping in here once you have reached 9,000, for example. Which makes that more safe. Because since it's also taking its sweet time, yeah, let's simulate that we were in a real-world situation where that has been established. So let's, what's the new network over here? If I want to program stuff, I need another computer or I need a laptop. I can make, yeah, let's make a laptop. We already have the stationary thing. We have the advanced thingies here. Let's make a laptop. Can't believe I don't have to get some resources just now to make that happen. Large battery also, or a small one. That's the thing. I believe the laptop for some weird reason is not consuming any electricity. Any. I would say that's a bug. Now, there are two kinds of stationeers. One kind would now say, well, then all that matters is that there's a battery in there, so I will use a small battery. Or there's me, or other people like me, who would say, yeah, but in reality you would need a proper battery for that thing, which will draw down, so we need to recharge it. And the closest that I can get now, simulation-wise, to making that non-implemented thing happen, is by just putting a large battery in there. Accidentally, I already printed an IC programming board earlier today. Yep, and that's what I need, the IC editing motherboard. No, stop printing, I don't need more. And a chip, please. Can I place that on my body, like a chip on my shoulder? Dude, I need a shower. Fern seeds. Planting and harvesting can also be automated, but it's a shit ton of work. Ah, that's stupid. I can do that while it's closed? I wonder if they can change this. I'll take a screenshot for later. So there's the laptop. Can I put a battery in there? No, not like this. We see here 3 slots, all of them are special. For example, for the chip, because the laptop cannot address anything in the room here. You have to put the chip right in the laptop. And the battery. And the motherboard. What happens if we try to use this thing like this? Nothing much. Now we can see the normal IC programming stuff. Put the chip in there, now I can program it. And what do we want to do? I want to make sure that the output pressure is not too high. This could be made relative. Oh, that's fine. I only have to. Okay, let's be fancy about this. I wonder how much volume does this thing have? Oh, that's stupid. Why can't I drag it from here to somewhere else in the world, man? Here we have a volume of 64 liters, and here we have a volume of, I would say, 20 liters. 64, that's 3 times that. So I guess if we have a high pressure in here of like 20 megapascals or 19, and then we place a bottle, let's say this would have 64 liters, and then we place an empty canister in here while this thing is at 20 megapascals. But then that would halve, because now we have double the volume all of a sudden with the same amount of gas, so then we would have 10 megapascals. So that would be harmless, but sometimes a canister I put in here would not be empty, but we're also talking only 20 liters, which is 1/3. So I guess that the 20 megapascals would become then like 7.5 or something. So if I have like 2.5 megapascals in here, and this thing is still high pressurized from a smart canister, then we'd be fine. Otherwise, I would have to like chuck it out a window before it explodes the station. Structure, gas tank, storage. Remember, upper lowercase matters a lot. So it would of course be a main loop, like there always is, basically. Then we would load batch named into register R0 from... Oh. That wouldn't work. The line is a bit too short for that. What we want is the occupant hash. What occupant hash are we interested in? If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I explained all that stuff in the previous or second to previous video when I made this oxygen station. The oxygen station is in the title of the video, so of this series. Canister smart. See, item canister smart is what I want to detect, because there's so many different canisters that I cannot check for these individually, or I could, but it would be a shit ton of work. So we'll just check, is it a smart canister or is it not the smart canister? Now I want to know, right, no, select. Now first I have to find out, is the smart canister. So I write into register R0 whether R0 is equal to that. This is the occupant hash. Is R0 smart canister or not? What I also want to know, is it occupied at all? But I don't care much. I mean, it's not relevant for us here. I'm not going to do much with the pipe. So now I'm going to write into register R0 based upon the logic that we now have in the value of R0. If it's a smart canister, then this would be the target pressure, else I would go here. Though, since we are not actually using a pressure regulator here, but instead we are using a pump that we are trying to shut off in time, we shouldn't get too close to the outer limits, because, yeah, for reasons. Then I want to find out a load from the device where the chip is housed into register R1, the output pressure. Oh, right. That's stupid, man. I mean, there's also the temperature output. Why isn't it just the output pressure, output temperature? Ah, okay, it's an arbitrary choice, I guess. So now I know the output pressure. Now I want to write into yet another deciding register, which could be, again be R0, why not? Based upon, let's see, EQ, I know it's wrong. This is the pressure that we're looking for. In R1, now we have the is pressure. If the pressure is less than the pressure in the output pipe is less than the pressure that we desire to be there, then this shall be 1. And now I will just write to the device mode R0, as in there is a 1 in here if you still want to pump, as there is a 0 in there. That should work, theoretically. Export, stuff the chip in, and run. Hey, what's happening? Incorrect variable at line 8. Well, I guess I have to read the slot, actually. Okay. So load batch named slot from slot 0, and now you see why the stationary computer is actually more pleasant in some cases. Hypothetically, that's working. I guess, maybe, hopefully. Then we will have jetpack fuel again, It's not like we have to use nitrogen, we can use any gas. But I want to just keep it like this. I have no reason to use a different gas right now. What are you saying? Are we done? Yes, it's done. So let's turn that off. And also empty it. Oh, that can only happen when this is on? Dude, what's happening? Why is it not spitting anything out? Oh, right, I remember. It can only spit something out while it is stationary, while it's not rotating. And this error flashes up. See, it would rotate now since it's turned on, but flipping the lever means no, you want this to stop and shit everything out. Yeah, that's what it is. We got some little materials which no one really cares about. Even some gold, probably from the batteries. And some biomass. So, what can we do with the biomass? I want charcoal for my filter. Centrifuge. I would have to use the furnace or the arc furnace. Oh, let's just toss in the arc furnace. What? I was so close and I threw it and it probably manifested out there and is now somewhere in the landscape. That's stupid. That's one of those stupid bugs that this game still has. If I don't find it now, I will pause the video and look in the save game and teleport it to my place, because no, I'm not gonna put up shit with shit like that. Where would it be? Okay, I have to cheat. As in, no, I have to circumvent a stupid bug. How are we doing? Aha, it stopped.
Hunger caution. See you in a minute. I'm gonna look for the hydrocarbon in the save file. Yeah, that took less than a minute, man. Just looked for the biomass, found it, copied its... no, actually I looked for the tablet, which I know is on me, copied its world location, XYZ, the 3 lines, or Z, I'm not sure what to say, and replaced those 3 lines of the biomass, and there it is. So let's try this again. Oh, I cannot toss it in there? Yes, I can. Wow, what the fuck? I didn't expect this in the least. Charcoal. Dude, what happened there? Volatiles, 8 moles, pollutant 4. Okay, so a lot of volatiles were just burned. If that went over without a hitch, then good. Else, Nothing seems to be damaged. Okay. Man, that was intense. So now we could actually do the water filtration thing. Not that we need to, but we could. Also, I would like to have a shower. Maybe we can combine all of that and do an experimental shower over there. Yep, do the new shit. So there's the water purifier. There's the charcoal. I have lots of water with me, so I could start a new water collection system over here. I will do that. Pipe utility liquid twice, so that I get a large inline canister, inline tank. Then I want a passive liquid inlet, which is part of the kit drain. I need some liquid pipes. How many? It depends on what I want to do. I mean, you know, the shower, that will take some doing. Seems to work properly still.
Filter low.
Then we have the drinking fountain. I'd like to see that one in action. It takes 5 iron, 3 copper, 8 silicon. And then the shower, kit shower. 555. And I've heard there are other ways to treat the water. For example, you can heat it up so that it indeed phase changes to to steam, and then you will probably have just pure water in the air. I don't know where the pollution goes. I would assume that the gray water will split up into pollutant and this water gas then. That seems reasonable to me. Should the shower be here? Glorious. I didn't know how good this place would eventually be. Could have put the alloy in the corner. Aha, that's what the shower looks like. We have an input. On the right side, the pure water goes in, I would assume, and on the left side, it comes out as dirty water. And there's soap. I would like that shower to be here, but this would mean that the water comes in from the outside. Then it's not insulated. Well, so I need insulated pipes then. It's probably not yet completely constructed. Screwdriver and liquid pipe. Hey, I didn't say stop music, so why do you stop? Don't forget who you're serving. Screwdriver 1 kit. Looks fine. It's not flashing an error. Oh, interesting. I probably can't place pipes from here because that looked like it reached far to the back. Yeah. So let's make some insulated pipes. We could also just upgrade them later, but why? Insulated liquid pipe. It takes steel. How many? 3, I guess. Let's take a short look at our solar park.
Yeah, atmosphere in here would be nicer because it's cool to hear these things tick from side to side and change orientation. Maybe I would want to put some atmosphere in here. And this is the amount that we have, which amounts to 5,500 roughly watts. Yep, 5,000, yep. That's what's coming in here. And then we still have our wind turbines, which are currently rather idle. Let's compare that. I mean, we do have enough electricity. I have played this game to shit, you know, for a long time. But I only very recently got around to finally using solar panels, and this is, I mean, ones that are automatically oriented. And I think this is the first time that I'm using solar panels on Mars myself, and dude, the output is ginormous. All of this from nothing, bit by bit, every block, every cable, every pipe. I just want to reflect on, well, the upside of it being so meticulous, you know? Oh man, I just... There should be some light when I take a shower. So let's get some lights in there. 2 should be enough for now. And I will just leave them on permanently. I am rich in electricity. Or should I completely blast it with light for a change? Just to see what that's like. What? Well, if it's just between the thresholds, 20 and 22. I would go up to 22 and then turn that thing off. That's why it didn't automatically change just now from the logic. It's really convenient how you can lay cables without really seeing where they are, without really having access to the wall. I mean, considering, imagine what they're doing here, how complex it really is what they're doing. The user interface is rather convenient. How do I get electricity over here? Oh, there is one. There is one electricity is already here, only one. Huh. Yeah, cable right below the shower. That seems dangerous. Nah, it's too dark. I want one more lamp, else I'm gonna be running around with the flashlight in there anyway the whole time. Just as a counterpoint in a different corner. That should work. Oh. Should I put it in the next to the windows? That seems better. Sigh.
Power low.
Ill placed. $500, $500, $500, $200. Nice. Still fucking dark, but okay. So, this thing would then excrete water in a way that I would not appreciate this way, or would I? Not sure what this does. Is there a pipe cowl liquid? Interesting. There are two pipe cowls. Structure pipe cowl and item pipe cowl. Yeah, of course. But there's none for liquid. Oh, maybe you wondered what this mode is that you found in your keyboard, in your settings for the jetpack. The stabilizer. So now I'm flying and I'm stationary in place. If I turn off the stabilizer, that's not the case. The jetpack is still on. If I walk now, the jetpack drives me forward. Or I can just fly up in the room. But otherwise gravity will take over. The default mode, I believe, for space maps is for the stabilizer to be off. If not, then you should try that, because it's rather cool to experience Newton instead of somehow everything being too gamified when you just start drifting. So I need water. And I need to change the cables. So the cable and the pipe can cross here, and same here. I forgot the canister holder. Canister holder? What am I saying? We'll gather that from the air. Passive liquid inlet. And the AC will make sure that the temperature doesn't drop too much. Okay, that's that then. And what about the output? What do we do with that? Also, do we need a pressure differential? I have no experience with this thing. Let's just put some pipes here and see what happens. And then let's put some water in the air. Furthest away from the AC is coldest, I think. Because the AC is trying to restore 20 degrees. Yep. Is the water being gathered? Yes. Forgot one thing though. I mean, it's alright the way it's happening right now, but it's kind of coincidental. I should put a passive liquid valve between these two, so that no unpleasant gases can get into them. Actually, no gases at all, right? The only gas that should be in there should come from the water itself. But it's too late. Or is it? I mean, we have this water purification thing. No, that's not the same thing. If we would filter this now, we would filter it for the water that is there. The water filtration thing turns the water that is not there into the water that you want there from dirty water. Or from brown water, what's its name? Okay, let's look at the annoyance program once more. Why is your program so annoying? Well, it's reality that's annoying. My program reminds me of that. Don't blame the messenger. You don't see it, I know. Passive liquid valve. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's another such gatherer over here. I'm pretty sure that the liquid valve took some rather sophisticated, was a separate item, took some sophisticated thingies in there, some appropriate ore, ingots I mean, 500. And they must have changed that in recent weeks, I guess. Or I'm hallucinating, that's entirely possible. So we have the liquid valve, just like with the gas valve, then we have the one-way liquid valve, which I want, then we have the... oh, that's all. Uh-huh. So with that out of the way, let's get naked. Didn't think through this, did I? Hey, what's happening? Right.
Hunger critical.
Stupid that you can't look from the front without, you know, I mean, the camera is still a bit retarded. But minimal team, minimal monetary resources in comparison to what they achieved. I mean, look at some game by Ubisoft that costs like 20 times this much, or way more even, and which are usually just fucking boring. Come on, I want to return to first person view. Why is this not happening? Damn! Maybe I have to toss this? Oh yeah, this thing in my hand was the problem. Oh, I understand, because the mouse wheel is actually caught by the tablet in case you need it for some chip that utilizes like the tracker. I guess that's what happened. Okay, let's take a shower. That was it? That was the shower? No, let's see what happened. Damn, I didn't check how much water was in there before, but now here we have this pipe down here, which has about 1 liter, a capacity of 40 liters, because gas pipes have 10 liters per stick, per segment, and liquid pipes have 20 liters. And what you can see here is PW, which is polluted water. I'm not that dirty, man, but okay, it was here and it washed through the basin or whatever. So that's what you get polluted water. I've never had polluted water, so how do we deal with this? We could boil it, but supposedly there's also other ways to deal with it. I'm not sure, something to do with pressure maybe? For example, let's look at the phase change diagram. Polluted water is a waste product from the use of water in certain devices. It will freeze into pure ice polluted water, but boil into steam. A water purifier can be used to convert it back to water. So it seems like if I boil it and it becomes steam, the pollutant that's in there will go nowhere. It will just vanish. I think this feels a bit wrong, but okay. And this, I think, will just be the same as water. Celsius. Here we're at... Hey, why is this not updating? Oh, right. Here we're at 0. Roughly. Interesting. Is the freezing point different for this thing? Is the freezing point higher? Here I'm at 0 degrees. But if you are like 4 degrees, it already freezes. That's weird. I will take a screenshot just in case. Okay. This just changes the display, not actually the information presented. So water then, what is its phase change diagram? That's at 2 degrees. Maybe that's just an imprecision in the graphics here. Could be. I mean, this blue line here is not really pointing to that dot here. Weird. Okay, back to polluted water. Pure ice polluted water. Yeah, so how do I purify this then? Or rather, maybe I want to take a first-person shower first. I don't see any water animation. That sucks, man. Why is there no water animation dripping down on me? And now it's 2.97 liters. 40 liters capacity, so that's how we can look at it. It will just go down and will come from here. This thing effectively seems to have its own pump, even though there's really no pressure differential, is there? We have 100 kilopascals there, we have 111 kilopascals here. The room has 105. Oh, it's the same. Yeah, of course it's the same. It's open to the atmosphere. Interesting that this is working at all. Sadly, I don't know if my body now got cleaner, because you cannot see that clearly. There was no pollution warning up here, so... Good hygiene, yeah, I don't know what it was before. So let's set up the water purifier. While still naked. Hey. Yeah, that's definitely how I would take a shower. Yeah, I wanted to leave this free because maybe I could just put an arbitrary wall here without really separating the rooms for decoration, you know? I've never done that. I want to be a bit more not so samey all the time. Needs a foundation. But I could... Oh, this pipe could be in the air though. And so this thing could then purify it back. Okay, let's play dress up a bit. I need my tools. You can see here we have 87 liters of liquid. Now we have 62.7 liters of liquid plus 24.3. So that is 82, 86, 87 liters. So the two networks were separated, and then it went half and half. Yeah. Basically a harmless thing to do. But what happens if I take it away here? 58.7. Oh no, it's not half and half. What am I saying? Stupid. I guess it was halved, quotation mark, depending on distribution, on volume, on pressure. I need more liquid pipes. I want to go from up here. Or should I go up here? No, that wasn't the best move. See, if I do it like this, then I will ultimately destroy water. But this pushes it into a direction. Here we have 28.4, and we have 58, so that should be 78, 86, yeah, that fits. Nothing's lost. Except if I dismantle a pipe by itself, then whatever's in there will go away. Hey, wait, wouldn't it be cooler to have that tank over here in this place? I need more liquid pipes. That's weird. I'm on Mars and I'm not wearing any clothes, basically. Still some water in there. 4 liters? Why? Why is the water not going in here? Weird. Anyway. $90 liters. Why is it not 87 liters? Was there some miscalculation that just took place? Or, I mean, I don't think that opening... Actually, no. I don't get it. This room was also sucking its slight water that it had in the air into that thing. So there was basically no water from the other room by means of opening the door that could have entered this room, so much that 87 liters become 90 liters, though. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'm not sure. It's fuzzy. How do we clean the water now? 40 liters capacity, 4 liters in there, so it would be harmless to remove this. Let me guess. Where is the fountain, by the way? Just don't want to forget about that one. It's on me. Okay, so that is the dirty water which goes into... That's the output. Good. And then it goes here into the input. Let me pipe that up accordingly. That doesn't fly. Because I think the cable might be in the way. Or does this work? Nice. Okay, so what's missing only is that we get this thing back into action, and then we can purify the water and it goes back into the tank. That sounds good. I think I just destroyed some water. $81. Yeah, about 10 liters of water were just destroyed. They were in the pipes, I squished into the last pipe, destroyed that pipe, and gone. I don't know really why Rocketworks hasn't yet gotten around to making it so that anything that you dismantle will unleash whatever's inside into the atmosphere, which is how it would be in reality. I don't understand that. I mean, atmospherics are one of the most primary aspects of the game, and I think that should really have happened by now. Oh, that works directly? Huh. Yeah, looking good. So let's see if that works then. We have here about 3 liters, 4 liters of impure water, and there we have pure water. If I turn this thing on, it will say that doesn't work. Requires charcoal in import slot to operate. And charcoal, remember, is just centrifuged shredded potatoes, for example, and then thrown into the arc furnace. With some interesting effect. bit slow, but I'm not complaining. I just wonder what happens when I turn this off. Has this thing just now been at 12.678, and by turning it off it has to collapse into the absolute number, so I'm losing material? No idea. But let's eat some. Can I drink dirty water from the fountain? Okay, so that thing isn't quite fast. I would assume that this can possibly be accelerated by means of pump. Let's see. Cleans polluted water and outputs water. The purification process requires charcoal, which can be added to the machine with the input bin. The processing throughput can be improved. Let's read the word, which might not just mean faster, but also then effectively the charcoal will be used more meaningfully by increasing the gas pressure of the input pipe relative to the gas pressure of the output pipe. Should I put a pump here to test this out? Yes, a liquid volume pump should have that effect, no? I mean, it's set there, the gas pressure, but I will just ignore that and see what happens. Else we might have to use a pressurant valve and pump from the room's air into this pipe, which causes higher pressure. Then it goes in here, and since this pipe network is open to the room up here, everything should be balanced out again. It would just accelerate the process. But maybe it works also with a stupid pump. Let's see. So here in that pipe network we have nothing liquid-wise, and here we have 1 liter of... Oh, there's also pure water in here. How? No, it has not gotten faster. Not that I can tell. So it is indeed about the gas pressure. Well, then let's try a pressurant valve and see what happens. I think pressure regulator is indeed the thing we need now. I mean, the kit. But for liquids? No, that's the right one. Or not. Kit pressure regulator. Nope, that was right. But I can't put in between.
The placement is kind of awkward. Here we have the output for liquid pipe, and here we have the input for a not liquid pipe. Let's see what that's like. And cables. So let's create a pressure of 1 megapascal in that pipe. Which is now happening slowly. I just don't get how there's pure water in there. Let's shower a bit more dirt in there. Do you see that? There's only pure water being added. Is it because I am now clean, or is it because I'm wearing my spacesuit? What's the reason, man? But let's first see how fast this thing now is. 0.7 liters. It doesn't feel faster. Pressure in here, 300 kilopascals. Pressure in here, 500 kilopascals. I cannot say that has gone faster. No, really not. Well, then let's be a bit ridiculous about this. 6,000 is the limit. Oh, right, it's not really open. Ooh, because of the... Yeah, that's not good. Okay, the one-way liquid valve up there is fucking with the new idea here of the pressure and thing. But that should work. Yeah, pressure in there is just like in the room, so that has equalized via the passive liquid inlet, which means that whatever high throughput we could possibly achieve by increasing the gas pressure should now consistently be so. But I don't see any increase. I don't know what's happening. Maybe it's just not so noticeable, or maybe I have to increase the pressure more. I don't know. Okay, water fountain, where are you? Where would I put that thing? Yeah, I was thinking about placing a wall here, right? Yeah, maybe just put up the wall and put the water fountain on this side of the wall. That could be cool. And then we are close to the end of the video, I believe. Kit wall, and this, and not sure yet. Well, I shouldn't be transparent here for privacy, so let's use wall tab 1 once more, or a different one.
Power low.
connect this to this stuff up here. But if I do it in the wall... Oh! I forgot. I'm currently exposing it to the Martian climate. That's not good. At all. Pretty sure, yeah. Oh, warte mal. Okay, I'm wearing the spacesuit. Haha. Yep, not right. Nope. Well, how then? Looked so neat, but now it is not. Because of the stupid water fountain placement. Or I just pipe it out there with some insulated pipes. I guess that's the answer then. Let's make 10. Steel is beginning to run low here. Do we have some steel still? Not too much actually. Hey, what's that? Why did I just hear the sound of pipes being under too much pressure? Oh, because they are under too much pressure. I mean, 6 megapascal is the limit. I went up to 5. Let's be a bit more friendly here. And also see if we are having some faster processing. 3, 2, 1. I will turn this thing off now. 3, 2, 1. It was almost 1/10 of a liter per second. Maybe without the pressure difference, it will be much slower. Who knows? It appears that charcoal is no longer being used, also maybe indicated by the sound. Not the shrill one in the background, I mean... Yeah, still 7, good. So this thing will not just consume our charcoal completely. Now let's get some insulated pipes in the game. 100 kilopascals and 0 kilopascals. What?
Hydration critical.
Hydration critical is funny, considering, you know? That is where the water would be. Can we get through here? Placement blocked by 4-way cable. Oh, that's convenient. So the cable goes up to the lamps and also inwards. Shit. But then let's just go up, you know? do it high in the air. I wonder if 10 pipes was just one pipe too few. But definitely too few. Dude. This isn't user-friendly. I'm talking to the universe, not to Rocketworks.
The universe doesn't have ears.
Is that why the world is in such a shitty state? Absolutely nothing. That goes to the fountain and has never seen water. And here we have the 82 liters that we still have. Now it's also over here. Can we drink now? Yeah, apart from the fact that it seems a bit fucked up, can interact device is not powered. And watts. Where would be the power connection? At the top, apparently? At the top, then. Seriously. I don't feel very refreshed, you know? It's still 13%. Why am I not drinking? What do I have to do? Oh, I have to keep pushing this until something has happened. Nice. Why do I not have this nice water when I'm in the shower? Why am I still thirsty? What the fuck? I keep pressing? Did I slip? Yeah, I slipped. Yep. Okay, so that's the water fountain. Wonder how much water I just drank. Must be about a liter maybe? So we're at 78, 79? No, still 80. It wasn't that much. I mean, from what we have seen animated there was a few liters. But okay. So this pipe network is empty. No water whatsoever. Let's turn this thing on again. Pure water. Let's get naked, see what happens. Aha. So whether there's pollutant water in there depends on what we're wearing, even if we're not under the shower, it appears. Hilarious. Yeah. Well, talk about a simplistic implementation so far. So, can we get rid of the polluted water now? And how fast will it be? We have 2 megapascals, and here we have much less. I would like to get rid of the pressure in there before we commence, so that we have some proper situation. For that, I would take the pressurant valve and turn it into its opposite, which is a pressure valve. We have to be careful with that, though. I mean, not very, but see, there's always pressure in a liquid pipe, and that pressure comes from the gas. Purge valve. It's upside down, man. Damn, why is the cable on this side? And so, if we now pump out all the gas, there will ultimately be no gas in there. But there will be gas in there, and that gas will be from the water then. So in the end we will be pumping out mist into the air, which will then be caught here. I'm just saying we should have an eye on that. Here we can set the pressure that shall ultimately remain. Let's set it to 100 and see what happens. 2 megapascals, and the room doesn't have any water currently. Decreasing, decreasing. Now that we have this unique opportunity, let's set the value to 0 and see what happens. Exactly what I said. Which begs the question. If I keep doing this, what happens to the polluted water? This should be increasing because it lands in the air, I think, and the air goes... Oh, right, I forgot to reattach that guy. Damn. Yeah, you can see here the symbol means that the liquid H2O is evaporating because it has to. There has to be some pressure in there, and the only thing that's in there is that stuff and this stuff. I guess that we can only get the water to evaporate and not the polluted water, but I want to find out. So let's keep the... Oh, it's also evaporating. So it seems like the purge valve seems it makes the whole water purification thing kind of superfluous, maybe, though it's rather slow. I mean, if this evaporates completely, what will it be? It will be water. Here in the air, the water should be increasing. We see 0.127 moles, to 2, to 3, and so forth. It's increasing. And where's that coming from? Here, from the passive, from that. And so what's happening here is basically I am making sure that all of the water is becoming gas, because always there has to be pressure. This guy tries to remove the pressure, and so everything will be pumped into the air. I think I could also do something else. I could just use an active liquid drain. Let's try that. Let's try the active liquid drain. Active liquid outlet, sorry. Good thing we have one here. Active liquid outlet. That's the connector. So the moment I turn this thing on, it should pump. What the fuck is that, man? Did I place something wrong? It should pump the water in there into the air. And maybe also the polluted water.
Toxin detected.
Oh.
Toxin critical.
What the fuck? Polluted water is toxic.
Oxygen critical.
There is now polluted water in the air. It was not cleaned up. So what's happening here then? It's not being... Oh right, I don't have some... If this were a passive liquid inlet up here, I guess the polluted water would also get in there. Yeah, of course. Interesting. So that's not the answer. Whatever happened here, man? A screenshot. Maybe I should remake that cable to see if it aligns. I don't think it will, I just want to know. It doesn't. So let's get all that crap back in there. So if you take a shower, afterwards you get lung cancer if your helmet is open, basically. If you don't purify this. Everybody with lung cancer in the audience. So that's why. Well, see, this is, I don't know, it's an epiphany, it's an enlightening to see it in the simulation so that you finally understand. All it would have taken was a helmet while showering. No longer beyond the poison threshold, okay. Still, I'm breathing in basically my shard water, or what is this? I believe the same PW will emerge if we eventually get toilets. I'm not sure if we will get some, but I mean, this is Mars, we have tomatoes, and this is a space simulation where we have to grow food, and so Mark Watney, anyone? That's kind of obligatory to come at some point. I'm pretty sure they have said nothing of the sort. But I think the forum participants have asked that a lot of times, so I guess that will come eventually, is my guess. I'm not saying, I'm not putting words in their mouths. Or any other appendages. So we could purify it like this. We could boil it. And... yeah. Yes, and how fast will it now be? That's the thing I want to test. How fast will it be to remove this? Bit tricky to test now that's being added to it simultaneously, but how long am I supposed to wait? Let's turn it on. Pressure differential is very low, as in none, 105. I could be mistaken, but I think it is really much slower. I mean, 1/10 of a liter was going down by about 1 second, but now it's much slower. So the way to kick this through the roof is to use a pressurant valve to get pressure in there, but then you have to make sure that on this side the pressure also is relieved as the differential will drop, and the best way to do that is to open this thing directly without a one-way valve to the room with a passive liquid inlet up there. This one is only here to remove the dirt that is still here. Okay, so check my list. Shower, drinking fountain, water cleaning has been done. Now I will end the video, but also an outlook of something I'd like to do. I'd like to heat a room using a pipe that will just have fire in it. Because now that we have the pipe igniters, that might be viable. And might be much more powerful than, for example, the stupid wall heaters. So there's something to check. Then I would like to know, is my station battery situation improving or is it getting worse? At least during the day, I'd like to know, are we getting, how much electricity is going in there, how much is coming out? Or rather, is it net positive? I would like to indicate that with some kind of light or so. Then we already have the charcoal. Weather station would be a thing, since we are on a planet with the atmosphere. Would be good to know one day in advance. Telescope is currently useless, so would have to orient it with the sun, so we can at least get some whiff of what the fuck this thing does. I will pull that up, so we do that next. CO2 from the furnace, even though it's much hotter. Who knows? Station overpressurization prevention. Central air would be something. Yeah, that's a big one. And the automatic door in between, in case there's some hazard. Okay. That's it for today then. See you.